Welcome back. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on NewsX. The Jadavpur University poster row has now escalated into a wider campus controversy with alleged anti-national graffiti triggering political reactions and a fresh inquiry. West Bengal CM Suvendu Adhikari has directed the university authorities to verify the alleged graffiti. He's also called for its immediate removal if the content is confirmed, along with strict administrative and legal action against those responsible. Meanwhile, the university's 5-member inquiry panel faced a setback after Professor Subha Shankar Sarkar stepped down as its chairman. He said he would not be able to effectively lead the probe. The university has now moved to restart the inquiry, with retired Calcutta High Court Judge Pranab Chatterjee appointed to head the 5-member panel probing the August 19th and 20th campus violence and vandalism. The controversy follows clashes and stone pelting on the 19th of August, followed by further violence and vandalism on the 20th of August. The university subsequently filed police complaints, including over damage to the university's emblem. Joining us live, Ashok Singh, Director, Bodmas Education. Also with us, Dr. Suvrakamal Datta, political analyst. Burushiva Dasgupta, senior journalist, also joins us live. Subrato Rajak, student, Jadavpur University, is joining us live. Nikhil Jain, political analyst, is also with us on the broadcast. Let me make a start with you first, Ashok Singh, on what you make of what's happening at the Jadavpur University. This row, of course, now has completely escalated. Who's in the wrong? Who's in the right?
I'm not the one who can decide who is the wrong and who is the right. But see, as a student counselor or as a educationist, student politics has definitely scope in a mainstream politics, but student politics should stay with the benefit of student and the benefit of the nation. So I would not like to comment on whatever is happening, because here even in the panel advocates are there. They can better decide. But Jadavpur University has always been politically active since 1960, and a lot of different kind of controversy has been created with student politics currently, whether it SFI or ABVP or whatever the poster controversy. A lot of things have already happened. So better I would listen from the expert people. They can comment on those issues, whatever is correct or wrong. But as a student counselor, I'm really I believe in positive politics for students. If a student is protesting for the benefit of student, for the benefit of academics, I would definitely appreciate those kind of politics. But here, the matter is different. So I would like to hear from better experts who can
Dr.
comment.
Datta, do you appreciate the action taken by the Chief Minister of West Bengal? Do you commend that? And what needs to be uncovered here, Dr. Datta?
Can you hear me?
Through this inquiry? Yes.
Well, I welcome the steps being taken by the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal. It was very much needed, and it's in the right direction. And retired judge of the Calcutta High Court heading it would also give him that judicial credence to the whole inquiry and also to the final report. Jadavpur University has been famous for politics and rather rowdyism in the name of politics, and it has always been a hotbed of anti-national and anti-social activities even in the past. The past government of Mamata Banerjee also faced in a lot of problems from Jadavpur University in the past, because Jadavpur University has breeded number of like Naxalite leaders as well as Naxalite outfits in the past, and this has been the history of Jadavpur University. In my understanding, whatever happens here in Delhi in relation to Jawaharlal Nehru University, Jadavpur is exactly the miniature of that. And I'm not surprised as to the violence which had taken place on 19th and 20th. It was quite obvious that it would be happening, and it has happened. The law of the country will take its course of action, and I understand that the new government of Suvendu Adhikari ji and the Bengal government is very, very proactive and is very strong when it comes to governance, when it comes to law and order. Students should do politics which is healthy for the campus as well as for student benefits. they should not do politics in the name of Maoism and in the name of Chaoism and in the name of Gubiera, Che Gubiera, So if that is happening, then in that case, that is something which cannot be tolerated because it actually vitiates their campus and slander campaign done against the national icons and against nationalistic slogans and nationalistic ideologies, or for that matter, in relation to symbolisms connected with the nation, if that these are desecrated and if these
Yes.
are tarnished and targeted,
Yes.
then that is
No,
something
the
which
inquiry,
needs
of
to
course,
be
now will
strongly
establish.
maintained.
The inquiry will, of course, establish all the facts in this case. But do you believe, Burusheva Dasgupta, that it was a setback to have Professor Subha Shankar step down?
Well, well, I wouldn't be able to comment on whether it was right for him to step down, but it is true that this is in Jadavpur has been, I would say, it's now it has always been the hotbed of politics, yes, but it is an ideological battle. I mean, it has been a left stronghold among the teachers as well as among the students. Now, there has been efforts, whoever, if there is an anti-left, because Mamata Banerjee also tried to have control over it. Now the BJP government has come into power. They would like to have control over Jadavpur, and it's a fight. It's an ideological fight, and it is also a fight for having whoever is in power, whoever is in the government would like to have a full control over the university, which the students as well as the teachers wouldn't be willing to agree with. Now, the thing is, we have to handle this with care. The thing is, Jadavpur, we have to admit, whatever the trouble, has been one of the best universities in the country, and I've seen how difficult it is to get an admission. But in most cases, whenever there is trouble, there are outsiders who have come, barged in. This time also, they have destroyed. The campus. They have vandalized the campus. So this has been happening. This is not something new with Jadavpur faces. But these are things which must stop. I mean, I don't think there can be lots of debates. There can be lots of, discussions, but not this type of aggressive agitations, which has been the bane of Jadavpur. And we do not want Jadavpur again to become just like, and that is what the present government would like to have. I mean, just drive out the left, the orientation which has happened in JNU today. All the leftist teachers have been cornered, have asked to be moved out. The students' union has been dismantled, and the same thing is happening here in Jadavpur. But this is undesirable. We want this as it is. The education system has been systematically destroyed in West Bengal today, for various reasons. And possibly this is the last bastion, you can say, which is also being attempted.
Well, we'll have to wait and see though how this pans out. But let's get a perspective from a student there at Jadavpur University. Subrata Raja, come in here on what you make of this entire episode. What is your view on this, on what transpired, on this inquiry that has been ordered, and the steps that the West Bengal government is taking? Is the wider student community in favor of this or not?
Sir, first of all, I am question here. West Bengal government totally closed the union room. Why Jadavpur University not close union room? After 2 p.m. also open union room. And in this university, top 5 university in our country. So in this situation, 200 students has to selected the new general secretary or new president. West Bengal government totally cancel the type all types in union room. The total 3 union room is the present Jadavpur University.
Okay.
Some students have Naxal students has the also every time violence, every situation.
Okay. But Subrata, these posters, don't you believe a line was crossed with these posters? Or you believe it's freedom of speech?
Yes. Some SFI students, there are lots of posters and banner you have to use in Jadavpur University, Liptel organization. He also every time talk that these soils as a Naxalist soils. I am asked every students this university is a first VC from Rishi Aurobindo. Why approve it in this university? And some people you have to ask this soil is a Naxalist. Some in this university total students member
Okay.
12,000, but they, in this time 200 to 300 students most violence, and he called the every time this is the Kashmir Mange Azadi or
Yes.
there are some bats good bats good lines into Swastika, the some people to
No, obviously that cannot be condoned on campus. There's also been damage to the university emblem, other incidents of violence as well. But Subrata Rajak, at the end of the day, do you have faith in the inquiry now that has been ordered? Do you have faith in the inquiry that is being held?
Yes, sir. Yes, I also demand the VC, sir, please step the situation, and why you have to not call receive in this time. Just I am calling in our
So students, Nikhil Jain, students are, students have faith.
Why some?
Yes, students, Nikhil Jain, have faith in the inquiry. This student who's speaking with us saying that, it's a section that,
Yes,
is raising these Kashmiri Azadi slogans, and, they don't support that. At the end of the day, this politics that is happening at the Jadavpur University is fine. Student politics is welcome everywhere. But is a line being crossed with these posters and secessionist slogans and whatnot?
First of all, the student that you spoke to right now is representing one side of the student voices. We all know that this is, at the very least, a clash between left-wing associated students and ABVP associated students. So an ABVP student is going to tell you that left-wing organizations are causing violence.
No, but I don't think he belongs to ABVP. Subrata Rajak, are you with the ABVP?
I'm sure if
Yes,
he's
sir,
from the
yes,
ABVP.
yes.
Subrata Rajak, are you with the
Thank you for your
ABVP?
honesty.
Subrata Rajak, are you with the ABVP?
Yes, yes.
Okay, he is. Okay, yes. Good, he clarified.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Nikhil.
Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. That remains the point, Uday. So I cannot really take the word of somebody associated with the SFI, NSUI, or ABVP in terms of who.
They're all
caused the violence.
students. They're all students at the end of the day. But yes, go ahead.
Of course, Uday. But the word of one student person alone is not going to cut it from me. If we could have had a panel with NSUI, SFI, and ABVP, then we could have probably heard that and labeled that as student voices. Be that as it may, the point remains that there are various videos also out on the internet which show people associated with the ABVP indulging in vandalism, burning things, breaking hoardings. I am not sure whether these videos are true or not. But an investigation and inquiry needs to happen into this as well. But what has the Chief Minister of West Bengal done? He's gone ahead and ordered an inquiry into supposedly anti-national graffiti. Now, what I can read from an Hindu article is one of the graffiti was free Palestine, and other graffiti point was that we are going to break fascism with red. I don't see anything anti-national in any of that. You may agree or not agree with either of those views, but that's the whole point of a university campus. You should have space for left wing, you should have space for right wing, you should have space for dissent, you should have space for criticism of the government, of the opposition, of everybody. And let's remember, in 2005, in JNU, black flags were shown to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister directed the administration that no action shall be taken against these students. Of course, that
No,
Prime
but
Minister
but
was
but
Prime
but
Minister
is a
Manmohan.
line crossed? You know, when you start calling for Azadi in Kashmir, and you start putting out all sorts of posts on Palestine, and you start, of course, calling for, you start damaging the university emblem, which is really harming the university ethos. Is a line being crossed when you start doing that?
Uday, I think damaging the university emblem or engaging in any sort of vandalism is crossing a line. But so far as I can see from the video circulating on social media, that line is being crossed by the ABVP workers, but that is not being investigated by the Chief Minister. And also, if anybody in India is asking for free Palestine, what really is the line being crossed there? There is a genocide happening in Palestine. That is something that international organizations have very well admitted.
And Jammu and Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir.
I don't think anybody should publicly be calling for secession of Jammu and Kashmir, but very often these things never happen. A charge was made by the BJP.
No, but is that correct? Is that correct? Surely sedition cases must be slapped against those who do it.
You slap the sedition cases, but at least do an inquiry.
Dr. Suvendu Adhikari.
Can I come here, please?
Yes,
what about the inquiry into the vandalism?
Dr.
What
Datta.
about the inquiry into assault by
Dr. Datta.
Nothing is happening.
See, Jadavpur University has been famous for urban Naxalism since its inception.
Look at this viewpoint.
I did not counter you. Please have the patience to hear and listen out first. It has a history of urban nationalism. It has been a breeding ground of intellectual Maoism and intellectual nationalism. In the past, many semi-activists and many terrorists were hounded down and were arrested from the campuses of Jadavpur University.
Let's close down Jadavpur University.
Let me finish.
Let's close down the university.
Let me finish. I will counter when you were
What's your point? Should we close down the university?
Let me finish. Have the patience to hear it out. When slogans are being raised about Bharat tere tukre honge, inshallah, inshallah, Kashmir mange azadi, Buran
I also support it, sir. Dr. Sir,
Buran bhai, hum sharminda hai, tere qatil zinda hai, and we need freedom for Omar Khalid, and Omar Khalid should be released. And this kind of slogans going on, we will not allow Vande Mataram to be sung in the campus when this sort of things are being done there, and when the activists from the left organizations are indulging in this. It is not a judicial inquiry. I would say that they should be beaten with the police batons if they are indulging in this kind of thing and openly advocating for the independence of Jammu and Kashmir.
Dr. Datta is pointing out to previous cases of people being arrested.
Not previous cases, even the present cases. I was there in Jadavpur University recently. I just came back 1 week back from Kolkata.
What I used is
I came back 1 week back from Kolkata. How many times have you visited Jadavpur University?
Why
How many times have you been to
Independence
Jadavpur
Day?
University?
Why?
Can you stop
How
shouting
many
at the top of your voice?
How many
Can you
times you
stop
tell me
shouting?
this? How many
Dr.
times
Datta,
have you been to Jadavpur University? I was there 1 week back in Kolkata. I was there 1 week back in
Jadavpur
Kolkata.
University for 1,000 times, or I was there for not a single time. That does not matter. Can you please stop?
I have seen the graffitis
Uday, can you please have him stop
myself. I have
interjecting? I
seen the
interjected him with a
graffitis
single
myself.
line. I did not speak over him. Dr. Datta, I did not speak over
Do
you. I
not try
interjected
to
you once.
Do not try to whitewash. Do not try to whitewash and don't advocate secessionism in the name of Marxism. Do not do that.
Nobody is doing that. Nobody is doing that.
Do not justify liberation of Kashmir. You are doing that openly.
Nobody is doing that. I already said that no calls for secessionism shall be allowed at the public space.
How will you justify Bharat
Dr. Datta, is there something loose?
How will you justify that? SFI, AISF, and ISA cadres are indulging in those kind of slogans. How will you justify that?
Dr. Datta, what is important to you? Dr. Datta, can you please speak? Can you please speak in your turn? You've had your turn. Allow me to speak. I've already made it very clear that no sort of calls for secessionism of Jammu and Kashmir or any other part of the country shall be allowed at a public stage.
Yes.
And whoever is doing that, they should be charged. There is no two doubts about it.
Yes.
But the fact that you were saying that in JNU slogans were raised calling Afzal Tere Qatil Zinda Hai, Hum Sharminda Hai, this, that, all that. The Delhi police has not so far proved any of this after even 10 years for the simple reason that that did not happen and it was a charge by a political party and even one news channel had to come out. Dr. Datta, when you stop fixing interjections, when you stop acting like there is a deficit of gray matter.
In Jadavpur University, the same
Dr.
thing
Datta,
happened.
can you please
How much
stop
do you know about
interjecting?
Jadavpur University?
Dr. Datta, whatever I know about Jadavpur University or not, I at least am not calling students of a particular university as urban Naxals, Maoists,
They
and this and
are.
that. If indeed,
They are.
look at
Those
this
who
gentleman.
indulge in
Look at this buffoon. Look at this buffoon.
They are
Uday.
urban Naxals
Uday,
only.
this man
Those
wants
who
Jadavpur
indulge in this
University
kind of
to be
slogans,
shut
they
down.
are-
As would you want
they are urban
JNU, as
Naxals
would you want to
only.
St. Stephens, as would you want to St. Xavier's. That is the problem with this line of gentlemen. They have a problem with education. They have a problem with university.
No,
they
I have
are
a problem with
representatives
slogans like
of
Bharat
the
Tere
line
Putne
of thought
Honge.
that says
I
hard
have
work
problems
versus
with
Harvard.
that. You
और
might
यहाँ पर
not have
hard work
problems,
होता है,
but I
ना
have
Harvard
problems
जाया
with
जाता
that.
है.
And if anyone raises those slogans,
Okay, now let me get back in the others. Let me get back in the others. Ashok Singh, come in here. Ashok Singh, come back in here. Ashok Singh, come back in here.
Yeah.
Do you believe an
No, can I
inquiry?
please complete?
Do you
Uday,
believe
can
an
I please
inquiry
complete?
finally
Can I
will
please
establish the
complete, Uday?
truth? Do you
See,
believe for now,
the
of
inquiry
course,
is into the
the
graffiti,
students
not
and the
into your
faculty and
act.
others must have faith in the inquiry that will establish the truth, hopefully. Ashok Singh.
See, my point of view is, see, Jadavpur University is one of the finest university we have, and a lot of students I have already counseled and they are studying there, and those students are not anti-national. So I know a lot of students because I'm into this profession. So I'm telling you with accountability, a lot of children are very, very good in academics and they are studying there, and we should support those kind of student and academics. See, a fraction of student, whoever is doing whatever kind of bad politics, I'm not commenting on those things, anti-national or whatever is there, it's a government to decide, it's a law to decide. So my job is, see, a fraction of student, whoever is creating these kind of things, we should treat them lawfully. Whatever our law says, we should act on that and we should do that. But Jadavpur University as a university, it has a global prestige, and we should preserve those kind of university. My opinion is, see, whatever government has taken a decision, government must have thought on that.
Absolutely.
And if government is wrong,
and we are hoping, Burushiva Dasgupta, that the situation there on campus will become less volatile after this inquiry has been ordered. Burushiva Dasgupta.
Yeah, I think, but I live in Calcutta, so and very close to the Jadavpur University. I have been following all the movements very closely, and I don't want to take one-sided view like Dr. Doctor. I would like to have a more balanced view.
Okay.
There are forces of extremism. There has always been a force of extremism in the university, but it doesn't make the university.
Yes, Subrata Rajak, I think you wanted to counter Nikhil Jain. Subrata Rajak. Subrata Rajak, I think you wanted to respond to what Nikhil was saying. Yes.
This photo, Jadavpur University photo, just so. What do you talk? This picture, Mr. Join.
I'm unable to see. I'm so sorry. I'm unable to see the picture like this.
So available.
Can you please?
No, Subrata Rajak, you have to explain what you are showing. Please explain what you are showing.
Look, there has been cases of vandalism.
He's obviously showing the incidents of violence. Yes, he's showing the incidents of violence and vandalism. That has happened.
Let us also understand
that
this team of violent people who were outsiders, and it was led by a BJP MLA. You know, the BJP MLA, Jadavpur MLA.
Well, at the end of the day, an inquiry is on. An inquiry is on. Let's hope the facts come out. At the end of the day, universities should not have any violence. At the end of the day, yes, there can be freedom of speech and expression, but lines don't need to be crossed But we'll be looking at this story in greater detail, of course, through the next few days. For now, we've run totally out of time. I have to leave it at that. My thanks to our guests for joining us.